How is it going, boys? It's your boy, World Solo, back with another video. Now, in today's video, we're gonna be making a tank tier list. I wanted to make the full tank guide, however, I felt like it was necessary for you guys to understand where each tank stands before getting into more complicated topics like mechanics and whatnot. So let's get started. We're gonna go and take a look at Thor. Thor is a great tank in my opinion and probably one of my favorite tanks to play. However, the problem I'm having with Thor is that you don't always have two tanks and he really struggles if you're alone. So I think I'm just gonna leave it at great because if he was a little bit more flexible, he could be soft meta. With that being said though, I think that Thor really has a absolute insane damage potential and also an absolute insane amount of mobility as a tank because he can reposition, he can push back targets, he can be in the back lane, that he can go back to the front line, he can actually kill healers, so he's really good, but dependent on the team comp. Now it's time for everyone's favorite, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate in the comments for this, but Doctor Strange. I don't really think he is a meta tank anymore. I personally believe that there's other tanks in this list that are better and more flexible than Strange himself. However, the team up that he has with Hulk does make him really strong, does make him do a lot of damage. My only gripe with Strange is that he cannot deal for the love of his life with any defensive ult from any strategist. For that, I think I would leave it at soft meta. I don't think he's bad per se. I just think that he's a lot reliant on his team up in order to be able to deal damage. Besides that, I also feel a lot of people learned how to play against the Strange, and his ultimate has become a lot more telegraphed than it used to be. Unless you're these stores that literally push me into their team so I could kill them off, you know. Now, Venom. Venom is an interesting and kind of a hard place. In one hand, he just got buffed and he deals pretty decent damage, and he's somewhat tanky. And then in the other hand, he's a dive tank with not a lot of mobility. He can engage with his dive and try to disengage with his swing, but in my opinion, he's lacking one mobility ability, like a double jump or maybe a second swing. For that, I think I'm just gonna place him at good. Now, it's important to note that I think that Venom could be really good as soon as he gets a mobility update. That is the only thing that actually holds him back. Now, Penny Parker. I think that Penny Parker is like she does not fit into any role from any tank. Like she's not a shield tank, she's not a dive tank, she's none of that. She's an anti-dive tank that has a nest. And that nest is really not that great. Especially like with the increased Groot meta, you can just destroy it.
Does it work?
Yep.
Oh, what the
Yep.
fuck?
That's why I think Penny's so bad.
Wait, it goes above. Wait, put it again. Put that again. Let me see if I can. That's insane.
Yup. Now, it is not that I think that Penny is an absolute atrocity of a tank. She's pretty decent and she can control chokes pretty well. I think she just needs to have an update on her nest. Now, Bruce Banner or the Hulk, I think we are currently looking at the best dive tank in the game right now. Not just that he is great by himself, he has a strong ulti, but also he enables Doctor Strange to become that S tier tank that he is, and he also enables Iron Man to become an S tier DPS. Hulk has an insane amount of mobility, which allows him to jump into the backline and continuously make space for your team, while also remaining alive, which in my opinion is extremely important for any dive tank. He also has the ability to exile one of the enemy opponents if you hit your E, making it really effective to isolate targets or take somebody out from the fight. He also has a pretty good shield that allows him to defend himself or defend a nearby teammate, which can really save you guys from getting one shot. Now, Magneto. Magneto used to be a really good tank, and I think this season he got a lot better. Mainly because Doctor Strange's shield got nerfed, and he also has the ability to one-shot any support during their ulti, while also really fitting very well with the triple support meta and being able to stay alive quite easily. I think he's an easy S tier tank. For that, I'm gonna put it on meta. Magneto's primary strength, in my opinion, is his ability to be able to make space from a distance. You're able to, as soon as you're 20 meters away from any enemy, pose a threat because they know you can one-shot him, while also having access to one of the best ults in the game. So Captain America, he really is that hero that is on the borderline between being absolutely busted and OP and like not being able to do much. Currently, the problem with Captain America is that there's no way for anyone to pay attention to you. You just run around and don't really do much. Now, granted, he does have a good amount of mobility and the ability to actually access the backline pretty easily. He has a decent ulti, although it's like nothing to write home about. I really do think we can fix Cap by giving him something like a short stun with his shield smash. That would honestly really give somebody a reason to pay attention to him rather than having him running around the map doing absolutely nothing. And I get that there is going to be a lot of really good caps that can make him work, but that doesn't mean that there isn't any fundamental issues with his kit. Because of that, until they fix his kit, I'm gonna put him on good. Groot is a really strong but also misunderstood tank in my opinion. You don't really see a lot of really good Groots out there, but when you do see one, it's kind of insane. He also has a pretty good combo potential with his ulti and DPS such as Namor and Moon
Ready,
Knight.
Andres?
Yep.
Do it, do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He also has pretty good potential for kills with his ulti by himself, so I think that's what actually makes him that good. So I think I'm gonna put him in soft meta, not because I don't think he could be meta, but just because I think that meta is just a little bit stronger. And that's a wrap, boys. This concludes the end of the video. Let me know in the comments below what do you think of the tier list or if you think I slipped on any tanks personally. Thank you so much for watching, and until next one. Peace.